Hello Year 6. So this is the science for this term and we're starting a new topic. The unit that we're looking at this time is evolution and inheritance. And this is week 1. So have a look at the learning objective. So by the end of today, we're going to think quite carefully about offspring, that's children, and how they're similar or different to their parents. So first of all, I'd like you to have a little think, and are children usually similar to their parents? Now, I'm not talking about all the time, because there's lots of times when they aren't, for one reason or another, but generally, can you see similarities between families? Brothers and sisters, maybe? Parents, maybe? Cousins? So have a think about that. You might want to pause the video and think about people that you know, and any similarities you've spotted. So have a look at this family picture. So what similarities can you see between this group and what differences can you see between this group? So some of these similarities might be because they've inherited them from their parents. Others might just be because they live in a similar place. Can you see which ones? What about their skin colour? Do you think some of them live in a different country, or do they all live in the same country? Their skin colour is pretty similar, isn't it? So they probably all live in the same country. So that's a similarity, but just because of the place they live. Can you see the two ladies with glasses? I wonder if they're related. Okay, so you have a little chat now about all the similarities and the differences that you can see. Now, it's not just human children that we're talking about either. So here we can see puppies that have come from the same litter. So they're siblings, but they're not identical, are they? They're quite similar to their parents, perhaps. So just have a look at these puppies and see if you can see any differences and any similarities. So why do you think there are these differences? When we talked about it in class, we thought that perhaps one of the parents was a darker colour and one was a lighter colour, and one puppy is more similar to the lighter parent than the other one. But can you see the similarities? Look at their ears, they're identical, aren't they? Their faces are very similar, their sizes are similar, so lots of similarities, but again, we've got that difference. That difference is really important, and it's going to be something that we think about a lot during this topic. Now, that difference we call variation, and it just means change or a difference. We also get this with plants. Can you see the variation here? Have a look at these daffodils, not just the ones at the front of the picture, but all the daffodils you can see. Lots of different colours there. Can you see the similarities? Can you see the variations? So, offspring is similar to parents, but not identical. If it were identical, those puppies would look exactly the same, wouldn't they? This is our task today. We're going to take 2 Pokemon. I don't know their names, but I'm sure you've got a better idea than I have, but you're going to take 2 of them. And imagine if they had offspring, what would it look like? So, you might choose 2 of them. Let's see, let's imagine we take the top left one, the horse with the flaming hair, flaming mane, and the purple blob in the middle. Imagine if they had babies together, what would it look like? It might be a purple horse. It might be a blob, a purple blob, but with flaming mane or a flaming tail. It will take qualities from both. So when you've finished your work, we should be able to look at your Poke Baby and think, oh, I know exactly which parents that came from. Now, we've got a lovely example from Evie. So, this is Evie's. She's taken 2 of the Pokemon and they've had offspring. They look pretty similar actually, these Poke Babies, don't they? Can you see the mouth is quite similar? The colours are similar. They're not identical, are they, these siblings? Even though they've come from the same parents. Why is that, do you think? That's right, there's variation. If you've got siblings, you probably look at similar to your siblings, but not identical. So, your task today is to draw your Poke Babies from their Pokemon parents. Your babies will take qualities from both of the parents, but your babies won't be identical to each other. So one of your Poke Babies will look more similar to one parent than the other, okay? And that's going to set us up well for our work on evolution and inheritance. Okay. If you want to send in any of your pictures that you've done, we'd love to see them. If you want to think about this a bit more, we've got a question for you on the side there. If children were identical to their parents, what would the positives, minuses and interesting points be? Okay, so enjoy your first week in science, and we'll see you again next week for some more science.